got some dead Bermuda grass in my yard here, like many of y'all out there, because we've had a very, very dry and hot July and August. Centipede in St. Augustine especially has suffered. If you have centipede or St. Augustine, you really need to pay close attention to what I have to say in this video. I'm also going to link another video right now at the top right hand corner of the screen. If you missed it, go back. You should find it there at the top right hand corner. You just missed it if you didn't see it. Go back and find it. But it's a video helping you to see if your grass is dead or not. Okay, so let's say you do have dead grass. What you need to know about this dead grass is that area is going to be more weedy in the spring. There's no pre-emerge program in the world that can prevent weeds 100% when there's no grass, because these pre-emerges, the amounts that we put out, the amounts that the government allows us to put out, the research the universities do, it's all with the understanding that there's a certain understood, amount of turf grass that's there. In a bare ground situation where there's no grass, you have to put out more pre-emerge, but if you put that much pre-emerge on grass, it's going to hurt the grass. But if you don't have grass, the amount of pre-emerge you have to put out is not going to be good for the grass. So all that to say, it's going to be a really weedy spring. So for the sake of weeds, you need to be thinking about this for the sake of getting new sod, because next spring is going to be very difficult to get sod, the spring of 2024, because there's a lot of dead grass around town. Jackson, Mississippi, dead grass everywhere. I've never seen this much dead grass. Again, especially centipede. There's not a whole lot of dead Bermuda grass. You can see here, this is my Bermuda lawn. I haven't watered it a whole lot this summer. I've got really good, I don't have a high clay content like a lot of soils out there have. Good, deep, infrequent water sometimes most of the time can help you avoid your grass dying. I didn't water my backyard, and I only did my front a couple times, but and some of that might be aggravating to some of y'all that have had to water a lot. But as you can see, my backyard I didn't, and I did lose some Bermuda there. But Bermuda grass, by the way, it grows in a lot faster. Centipede grass, you can't depend on it to fill back in. It's not going to do it, not in time before the weeds take over. Centipede is, they call it the lazy man's grass, because it's good. It thrives under low maintenance. It thrives under not treating it like you have for Bermuda lawns. You have to mow it often. You have to do a lot more to it to get it to look nice. That's why they have it in golf courses and football fields and so forth. And they don't have centipede. Centipede also can't take the traffic. But you see the Bahia grass out here in the pasture on the other side of my fence. That is also a drought tolerant grass. It's not a turf grass. It's really good for pastures for cattle, but it's not good in turf grass because it sticks up a seed head right after you mow it, and that's not so nice for mowing and for appearance, and even for playing. You get itchy legs and whatnot. But anyway, Bahia grass, it thrives. It does better. It tolerates the drought better than other grasses. And let me pause and make a point there. There are grasses that tolerate drought better than others, but nothing loves drought. Same way with shade. There are grasses out there, they tolerate the shade. St. Augustine, it doesn't love the shade. There's no turf grass type, no warm season turf grass type, no cool season turf grass type that I'm aware of that loves the shade, but some of them tolerate the shade more than others. Some tolerate the drought more than others. Bermuda grass, I highly recommend it this year, 2023. We've learned better than any that Bermuda grass tolerates the drought, and so some of you need to consider converting your centipede lawn to Bermuda grass to help not have to have so much water on it. All that to say, be mindful of that for weeds next spring. Right now, it's middle of September. It's too late to be focusing on turf grass growth, unfortunately. But go ahead and get on schedule with somebody for getting new sod. If you have centipede, if you have Bermuda, it just depends on how dead the grass is. But the way that it's going into the spring, or way it's going into the fall rather, is how it's going to come out in the spring. Because warm season grasses, we don't have to start from seed like cool season grasses, cool season lawns have to do. We get to start with the existing turf grass that we went into the fall with. It comes right back up. That is, if it's alive. If it's dead, it's not going to come back up. It's not going to magically come back from the dead. Dead grass is dead. It's going to be dead in the spring. March and April is going to be a reflection of what happened this summertime. The way your lawn looks right now in September and October is going to be the way it's going to look in March and April when it greens up. And so try to get on a landscaper schedule for putting the sod out. If you need new sod, don't wait till the spring, because you may not be able to get it in time, and then it's really going to create some weed control issues. And if you have kids running in the yard, trust me, you don't want to be fighting burrweed in the spring, the stickers. It's not pleasant. Let me go over a few facts real quick, because this is just really cool as to what did, well, I don't know about cool. I was about to make a pun, but it was actually really hot. July 2023 was the third hottest July on record. August 2023 was the hottest August on record, and it was the hottest August on record by 2 degrees. The next hottest, the second hottest August was, let me look here, I've got my paper, 86.0 degrees. August, and that was in 1954. 2023, it was 87.8. That's almost 2 degrees higher. The average day temperature. I don't know exactly how they get that number, because I don't know about y'all, but it was in the 90s and even hundreds most of the time. I guess that if they add every hour of the day and then the average came out to be 87.8, that's my guess. All I know, I'll leave that to the researchers. What I do know is it was 2 degrees hotter than any other August on record in 2023. And that's significant because it was also the driest August on record. Threefold, 3 times, a little bit more than 3 times more than the second driest August on record. The second driest August on record was 1946. It was 0.23. That's 2/10 and some change, or 23/100ths of an inch. Not even a quarter of an inch is the second driest summer on record. This summer, 2023 in August, 0.07. Basically nothing. It didn't rain in August. By the way, it didn't rain in July. We didn't make the record books in July, at least not the top 10. But it didn't rain after July the 16th. It did like 0.02 one day. Later in July, but essentially the second half of July, no rain. All of August, essentially no rain. So far, the first half of September, we've had no rain. And so, other than it is starting to sprinkle a little bit, and some of you, we've had a couple of scattered days in early September, but if you look around at the grass, it doesn't really, especially in the droughted areas, it doesn't look like it's done anything. I'm really amazed at how green my front yard and this Bahia pasture is. I'm more surprised at how much grass is not dead at this point all around town than I am at how dead the grass is, because it's just been hot and dry. Hottest and driest August on record. One of the hottest Julys on record, and September is shaping up to be similar. So all that to say, I just find those facts to be interesting. And it just needs to put some soberness into you, people that you talk to, neighbors, family, friends, so that you can help them to understand in the spring why they're seeing what they're seeing. So I hope that helps. Have a good day.